a little taller than me, so I got to adjust. Yeah, it was an interesting weekend for us. Opening conference play, and we kind of open our second season this weekend, trying to figure out what conference plays a lot in the GNAC conference. We opened up with Seattle Pacific, who was an NCAA tournament team last year. Very quality side. And to be fair, we had them on the ropes. They were up 2-0. We were able to get a late goal. We had very good chances at the end of the game. We were able to get one back, so 2-1. And then as the whistle blows, we're in a pretty good attack kind of go, because in soccer and in college it ends with the scoreboard going to 0. It's not kept on time, so kind of unfortunate that way. But it was a great way to start the league. I think it gave our kids some confidence in the league, believing that we can play with the upper echelon and keep going. It was great to get the first goal in soccer. One of the hardest things to do is get your first goal and your first win. Well, we got our first goal, and it kind of carried over the second game with St. Martin's. We go down a goal. We're down 1-0 at halftime. We come back. We equalize about 4 minutes into the second half. Then we give up a goal, and then we equalize again. And then we give up another goal with about 10 minutes to go, and they get a fourth as we're pushing forward. So to get 3 goals on the weekends, to be competitive in the league, that's all we can ask for. Tim Tribbett, our goalkeeper, was fantastic. Really kept us in the games. We scored 3 goals. I think Brad's going to show. This is the first one. We kind of come out. It's a corner kick. It comes out. We do a good job of keeping it alive, and then sometimes in soccer you need a little redirection like in hockey. We got that from Big Mike McGraw to put it away, so that was good. The second one is a real good one. This is the first one. This is off a set piece, which we rehearse. We serve the ball in, and Luke Sinclair, one of our forwards that's been knocking on the door, finally gets one on a little knockdown on a free kick. And then here we go, Michael McGraw off the thing. We do a good job. We keep the ball alive here. Good little fight by Blake Harris. Keep the ball alive. Andreas Scow with a clever little clip. And then we get the ball served in eventually. There you go. Takes a little deflection. So we keep it alive. That's a high one. And then Michael McGraw does a good job. Just uses forward instinct, turns and hits it, and able to get it in. So we scored 3 real good goals on the weekend. So we're excited about where we're going with this team and the direction that we're going. I watched the movie Moneyball last night to kind of keep getting some inspiration with kind of the challenges we have with different things going on with our programs. And it really kind of helped to kind of understand where we're going and where we want to be long term and how to maximize our resources. With that being said, we walk into the #1 team in Division II on Thursday at Simon Fraser in Canada, which will be a fun atmosphere to play in. It'll be the closest thing since I've been here to a Division I atmosphere. They'll be loud and fired up, and the student section will be great, which is good. I think the good thing is we're playing them first on the road where we have nothing to lose. Just like in any conference play with basketball and in football, you got to try to get points at home, get wins at home, and we had 2 good opportunities to do that this weekend that we missed on. But hopefully we can go get in the race this weekend by trying to get a result and keep improving on what we've done. So it's been good. We're getting better. I looked at the stats from last year, and it's better. At this time last year, and our season was wrapping up. We really only had 2 more games left at this point last year, and now we still have 12 games left. So I think that's pretty exciting. But we were 2 goals for, 25 goals against, and this year with better competition, we're 3 goals for, and 14 goals against. So we're closing the gap against better competition. You know, just like anything, building a program, it's a good thing. Me and Coach Schweitzer were texting back and forth as we were both watching Moneyball on TV and kind of going. You know, we've closed the gap. We just need to make sure we have another good recruiting class, and I think we're there. We're can be definitely in the middle pack of the conference, and I still think we can do that this year, as long as we keep improving, the boys keep working hard. So hopefully we can keep rolling. We actually we go this weekend away, and then we go on the Munster. After this weekend, next weekend, we go on the Monster bus trip of all Monster bus trips. We leave Wednesday after class and go to Billings, Montana, and that's not a long bus trip, but then we travel in 2 days from Billings to Idaho Falls and then on into Nampa, and then 12 to 14 hours home after that, and then the next weekend we're at Mary and the Marauders, and then we play 5 out of our next 7 games at home, which will be nice for the students to be home during when classes start winding down, just after midterms, and getting prepared for finals. So it's good. We're supposed to have our little youth clinic tonight. I'm saying that's probably 50-50 that doesn't happen at this point. But our guys are doing a great job in the community, and we want to keep reinforcing that and kind of keep moving forward. Any questions for me? Yes, Brad.
What do you tell your players as you prepare for second Fraser? I mean, knowing that they're number 1 team in the country, I mean, how do you go about it?
I think we play like we have nothing to lose. I mean, we absolutely, on the road, at their place at it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to shock the world or go learn a lot about ourselves. I mean, we absolutely have nothing to lose going into this game. The only thing that we can do is learn, and I think this will be a great learning experience for us. Traveling that far, and then getting into an environment at an institution that used to be the Canadian Olympic Development Program hub, and deal with those facilities, and then just say, hey, just go play the best that you can. I think the kids understand this. I think they understand rowing too. But if we feel like we can go and compete with these guys, then I think it does a huge thing for our confidence. And I think we've gained confidence by playing SPU and St. Martin so close. Now it's just figuring out how to win games. And with starting 7 freshmen, sometimes that's the hardest part, is getting them over that hump. But I think once we get the first one, there'll be many more to come. Yes, sir.
What sounds like they have a good following. Do you have any idea of what size of crowd you might see?
We'll probably play in front of 3,500. 3,500, so it'll be loud and boisterous. So it'll be fun. Hopefully we can get some video of it, kind of bring it back here and maybe show it next week, and showing some a tremendous effort from our guys. So it'll be cool. It'll be fun to represent us in another country. It'll be fun to represent everybody in the league, and it'll be fun to represent everybody in the Northwest. Hopefully we can show some interest and people start asking questions so they'll become interested in our football team and our basketball programs and our cross-country programs and stuff, as we are an ambassador for the university. Anything else? All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Thanks, Joe. Next up, we'll hear from Coach Tiffany McCampbell, who just got back from Florida late last night, and they split at the tournament, going winning one match, losing one match on Friday, and then the same thing on Saturday. So Tiffany, why don't you come up and tell us about your trip?
Well, obviously it was a little bit warmer in Florida. When Sam comes up, we'll let her kind of talk a little bit. But we did split on the weekend 2-2, so as down as kind of what, and I'm going to kind of emulate what Stacy said last week, that as far as when you come in one week and you feel like your kids aren't playing well and you feel like you're not doing what you need to do as a head coach, you just got to get back in and battle and really assess what's important. And I felt like our kids really did a lot of great things this weekend. We did finish 101 on Friday. We had a marathon match against St. Leo University where set 2 was 39-37. For those of you who don't know, we obviously played a 25. There is no cap on any score whatsoever. So we couldn't get the video to load, but it was a 2.5-hour match, and it was just, it was unbelievable. Sam, have you ever been a part of a match that long before? I know we kind of talked about it on Friday, but not that long, but it was at a level I've never seen this team play. It was a level of composure, a level of fighting, a level of just, it was fun. And we talk a lot about how we don't want to let teams go on runs of points, and obviously if you have to make sure you're matching point by point and you're playing to 39 points, that's by nature going to happen. And so St. Leo was a very good team. We did a lot of good things well, and we obviously, set 4, we were down 20-12, came back and beat them 27-25, and then set 5, we won 20-18, and so it was just, I think that was a huge momentum builder for us going through the weekend, and just saw a lot of confidence, and it kind of got into just a regular lineup as well, instead of being able to have some kids be nervous about coming off the floor if they're making some mistakes, and we got to have some 6 rotation players step up a little bit. So big change in personalities, and some of our upperclassmen that really needed to step up. Sam Johnson is a redshirt sophomore. I'll let her come up and address you guys in a minute, but she finished the weekend with 60 kills, which for 4 matches, that's averaging 15 per game, which is a very big number at this level. And then our setter, Carson Garcia, had 184 assists in all 4 matches. So just a lot of calm communication, and we talked about relying on our skill set like we talked about last week, and then just being able to fight for points, standing in there. Teams are going to swing aggressive at us. We need to stand in there and play a lot better defense that way. This weekend we host Nebraska Kearney, who is the number 3 ranked team in the country. We go to BH on Saturday, and then we go to Colorado Christian on Tuesday that qualified for their first ever NCAA tournaments on Tuesday. So we continue to just have a tough week ahead of us, but it'll be nice to be home where we can practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and get back into some individual development and things like that. Does anybody have any questions for me? Friday is 6 o'clock, Saturday is 3 o'clock at Black Hills.
Can I get a question? How was it, you're not only volleyball coach right now, you're also the athletic director. How was that? Was that like a nice break for you to get away for a while?
It was awesome. I did get us lost about 5 times, as Sam will tell you, because sometimes I do feel like my brain is all over the place. But it was great to just get on a plane, be away, really be able to focus on these kids and really focus on individual communications and talking to them about just being tougher and being able to scheme in those aspects. It was very apparent that we've got to really shut my brain off one way, that way, and I think it was a big difference for me this weekend, just being able to communicate a little bit better with them that way as well. So it was fun, and now we're back. We did not go to the beach, but we did have pizza and ice cream, so Sam will tell you that's a moral victory. I would like to introduce Sam Johnson. She is a redshirt sophomore in our program. I'll let her kind of give you some background on her, and then feel free to ask her any questions you would like answered. So, Sam Johnson.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sam Johnson, redshirt sophomore from Belle Plaine, Minnesota. I play middle here. Any questions for me right away?
How was it playing with your sister?
She said she was going to ask that question, so I prepared. It's okay, I guess. My mom's going to watch this later on Facebook, and she's going to be laughing. But she was my setter in high school, so I was a little more intense in high school, but yeah, we got in a lot of fights. Mom had to split us up quite a bit, but I think that we're doing pretty good here. She kind of does her own thing, I do my own thing, so it works pretty well.
Twin sister?
No, 2 years younger. Yep, so she's a freshman this year.
What brought you here to South Carolina?
Oh, that's a long story. So I spent my freshman year at Colorado School of Mines, and after that full year in the summer, my sister decided to come on a visit here in April, I believe, and all I heard for the next few months was how wonderful it was here, how great Coach McCampbell was, how they just loved everything, and I thought to myself, I made a mistake. So I did not really enjoy my life there. I didn't think that they had my best interests at heart, and I just made a last-minute decision to transfer here, whether they released me or not.
How hard was it for you to sit for a full year and be redshirted last year?
Oh, it's really hard. Thank God I got to practice at least, but it's just really hard not to be able to contribute what I want to the team. I can only do my part by saying what I see in practice, trying to help out as best as I can, but this year I'm really, really happy that I'm fortunate enough to be able to be part of this team.
Talk to me about that 39-37 match. What was important as far as composure and attitude and leadership?
We have a lot of freshmen who are seeing the floor this year, so it's really great to be able to see them push through during that 39-37 game. It's really nice to be able to see them composed. I'm kind of known as the flat line of the group, so it's nice to see them kind of take up that role also. I just remember in that fifth set, Janelle Strampy went up for a hit, and I was thinking, okay, she's just going to hit it over. I'm going to have to go back and block again. And she tooled the block, got the last point. It was so exciting. Everyone was just hugging her and screaming. The atmosphere was great. And all I could think was, thank God, because my legs were done. But it was really fun.
What's your major?
IS pre-health.
What do you want to be?
A doctor. Eventually, hopefully. I'm hoping to get my EMT certification soon, so hopefully then I can do a little more in the medical field, and after I'm done here, I hope to go on to medical school. Thank you.
I would also note that in that St. Leo match that in the first set, we were down 11-20, I think it was, and we ended up winning that set 26-24, if I'm not mistaken. So that was like a 7-0 run or something, so good job, Rockers. And then next up we'll talk with Stacy Collins, who just won his NBA homecoming football game over Jamestown, and Stacy, if you want to come up and let everybody know.
Well, thanks everybody for coming out again. Talk a little bit about last week against Jamestown. It was certainly wasn't our prettiest game. We made a ton of mistakes, but the nice thing is when you're a young football team, you make those mistakes, you can get a win, you can correct it and keep moving forward. Did some things in the first half, especially that first quarter where we were playing behind, but once we got the ball rolling, things started going. It was good to see our kids persevere through it and come through with a win. So we got some clips here. Brad, we'll take a peek at real quick. This is one of our early scores in the game here. Center does a great job. He finds Derek Graves in the end zone. Derek had a huge game for us, not just on the receiving end, but he had two huge kickoff returns for us throughout the day. And so Derek's a senior for us. He's done a tremendous job, been a leader on the team, and done a great job of getting him the football in a lot of different ways, both offensively and in the special teams phase. But nice job by Evan here delivering it. Finding the window inside. It's a great catch by Derek. Big time touchdown for us on this piece. This is another one. Jamestown started bringing a lot of pressure in the second half of this game. Right here, I think Ben Broker does a really good job. We find Cody Volmar. We got a one-on-one situation. Cody had a tremendous game. He had 7 catches and about 150 yards. I can't remember the exact number, but we get a one-on-one situation with a safety roll down on Cody. He does a great job of winning the battle, and Ben does a nice job. Sometimes it's harder than you think when the guy's in that position in the corner of the end zone and making it happen. So it was good to take advantage of some one-on-one opportunities against Jamestown. We thought we had an advantage with the skill out them on the edges. And it took a little bit early to get rolling, but once we got those matchups, it worked out really well. The other thing that's been nice is when we've gotten into these situations, we've been putting Ben in there a lot inside the goal line in the red zone because he is such a threat running the football. But Ben's also got one of the stronger arms that I've been around. This is a great touch pass on this one, a big-time score that put us up by 3 scores. This is late in the game. Like I said, Jamestown was bringing a ton of pressure at us. In this situation, we're just running one of our quick screens. It's really a double screen play. We get the ball to Pat Berkey. He does a great job missing. We do a tremendous job of blocking on the edge. And anytime, I think this is about an 84-yard play, that's a backbreaker. Our receivers do a great job blocking on the edge. Pat does a great job of finishing the play. I wasn't sure if we were going to make it all the way down the field. Derek Graves fell about 5 yards short on a kickoff return, but it was great play. Great job by our offense, seeing the pressure, adjusting to it, and making something happen in those situations. And again, as Jamestown kept fighting back in the game, this was the one that kind of put the nail in the coffin. And another nice job, as you can see right there on that cut, of getting down the perimeter. Great job by Pat being able to finish on this thing in space. Field goal, a couple big field goal situations. We hit one before half. That put us up by 10, made it a 10-point margin. And then this one right here, this is a 50-yard field goal by Devin Jones. Great job with protection, the snap, the kick, and the hold. And this one made it a 3-score game again. So big-time kick. Anytime we're in that 50-yard range, we feel very confident with Devin's leg. He's done a tremendous job for us on the PAT field goal piece. He also serves as our kickoff guy. But this is a great job right here. He's a weapon at that range. It allows us to put points on the board, and we feel very confident giving him the opportunity within that 50-yard field goal range. So nice hit by Devin on that piece. Our players of the week, Cody Volmar, like I mentioned earlier, had a great game. He was our offensive player of the week, comes from Natrona County out in Wyoming. Christian Chavez, this is like the 3rd week in a row he's been nominated something. He was our defensive player of the game, and he's just been a rock inside. Plays our nose tackle position, plays with tremendous effort, and just continues to do great things. Josh Thomas was our special teams player of the game. He did a great job. You don't see a lot of times, but covering kicks, covering punts. We turned the field a couple times in our punt game. We had a 51-yard net average in punt, which is unheard of, absolutely unheard of, and Josh was a huge piece of that. And then our pickaxe player of the game, which goes out to the guy that we thought had the best game, was Lucas Reedy. Lucas is a sophomore linebacker for us from Wellington, Florida. But Luke was just real consistent in all phases defensively and also starts on 2 special teams for us. So great effort by those guys throughout the Jamestown week. This week we play William Jewell. We go down to their place. They've been in some dogfights this year. They beat Valparaiso a couple weeks ago, 1AA program. Lost a really tough one to McKendree last week. They were down by 20, stormed back, lost 29-24. This is a good Division II team, and we need to show some maturity to go out on the road, play a quality Division II program, and compete. So our kids are excited for the opportunity. William Jewell last year got after us pretty good. We hung around in the first half for a while and let some things get out of the way. So I know we're excited to play them again. They've got a lot of returners back on both sides of the ball. They've done a good job recruiting down there, getting skill and speed on the field. So it'll be a good trip. What questions can I answer for you about our Jamestown game or the William Jewell game we have this weekend?
A little different philosophy going into this one. I noticed the DeAndre had a lot of fury and went Cody primarily as a wide receiver versus
What we were seeing, they really rely on an isolation play with Cody on the safety roll down or on the linebacker. So Coach Dinkin and our offensive staff do a great job of, hey, we're going to take what you're going to give us. And in that situation, they were loading the box up, slowing our run game down, a lot of things. But where we thought we could get after them was our slot receivers on their safety, on their linebacker, and that's why we continue to go down the field to Cody. All right. Thanks.
All right, that's going to conclude the luncheon today. Just a reminder that next week we're going to move them back to Tuesday again. And I think Tom will probably be back, so that'll be the last to see me for a while. So.